Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So on Easter of 1916, about 1,200 men marched into the streets of Dublin, and they took over the General Post Office. It's kind of the center of British rule in Ireland. That act is seen as the beginning of the Irish movement for independence, which was eventually successful. Militarily, was a great heroic epic of failure. Men marching in step towards slaughter. They fought an Alamo-style battle. They got inside. The Brits surrounded them, opened up on them, drove them out. And then the Brits took the leaders, stood them up against a wall, those that could stand. One guy named Connolly, they had to strap to a chair. And they shot him. They shot him to kill that rebellion. It didn't end well for them. In 1984, Winston's first act of rebellion, if you're taking a high school test, was writing a diary. It was the first thing that he did to rebel against the system he found around him. Neither one of those are really the first act of rebellion, though. Long before any man walked into that post office, long before any of them picked up a rifle, and fun fact for frequent viewers, a lot of the rifles used that day were caliber .303. But before any of that happened, they thought. They thought for themselves. They looked around them and said, this isn't right. And it was that independent thought. A lot of the guys that were executed after the battle, they were poets. It's what they were known for prior to the battle. Was independent thought. And that thought sparked rebellion. Winston, his first act of rebellion was not writing a diary. It was looking around him and realizing that freedom wasn't slavery. His first act of rebellion occurred inside that 5-inch space inside his head. And then from there, a small act of rebellion. It's how it always works. It is how it always works. Real rebellion starts with thought, independent thought, free thought, looking around and analyzing things for yourself. You know, a lot of people on Facebook have commented, I can't post pictures. It's because I hate memes. Some spark discussion, which can lead to independent thought, but most are just slogans. And anything that can be taught with a meme can be countered by one. That doesn't cause real independent thought. Not really. Both of those incidents, they teach us something else too. When Winston sat down and started writing his diary, he knew it wasn't going to end well for him. In fact, he said as much. He said they get you. They always get you. And I don't think that the men that walked into the General Post Office that day had any delusions about what was going to happen. I don't think they thought they were going to win. Pretty sure they knew they weren't. But both of them knew when you're faced with a system like that, you don't have to beat them. Not up front. You just have to fight them. All of those men they executed after the battle, every one of them they shot, brought 10 more to the cause because that idea had taken hold. It's what happens. An idea, if you discuss it freely and you defend it properly, well, then the other person believes it. And that idea spreads like wildfire. For the first time in history, we're faced with something unique. There's two ways to cause real change in society. You can put a bullet in somebody's mind, or you can put a new idea in it. And for the first time, ideas travel faster than bullets. probably the route we should focus on. And those free ideas, they create change if they take hold. They don't have to be forced on anybody at the point of a gun. Good ideas typically don't require force. So today, as an act of rebellion, think. Think for yourself about anything. And then without a meme, without anything like that, try to spark a conversation with it. Defend that idea. Create real change. Put a new idea in somebody's head. It doesn't matter what the idea is. That's how you fight a system. That is how you fight a system. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.